We just found out that Season 3 of Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir will include a Kwami swap. Keep watching to find out all about how this Kwami swap will happen.
Oh no! I went to the movies with Adrian in my pajamas! Why funny glasses?
What are Kwamis? Let's have a quick refresher course on what exactly Kwamis are before we talk about the big swap. In case it's been a while since you last watched Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir, remember that Kwamis are the creatures that give the Miraculouses their power. Kwamis are ancient creatures, and they are created whenever some abstract idea like love or beauty is formed in the universe for the first time. For a long time, the Kwamis could not communicate with humans, but thousands of years ago, a Chinese mage made Miraculouses. These objects give the Kwamis the ability to interact with humans and give them special powers. They can fly and levitate. They act as mentors to their humans, but they are forbidden from telling other Kwamis the name of their miraculous owner. There are two main Kwamis in Miraculous Ladybug. Tiki is the Kwami associated with Marinette. She is the Kwami of creation, and her Miraculous is a ladybug. Tiki sort of looks like a ladybug. She is red with one large black dot, and she has antennae. When Tiki inhabits the ladybug earrings, which is Marinette's Miraculous, she gives her powers of creation and good luck to Marinette. Marinette transforms into Ladybug. She has a lucky charm yo-yo that can create exactly what she needs for a situation. Ladybug also has the ability to purify Akumas, which are the creatures that turn regular people into villains. Tiki is very wise and gives great advice. She is loyal and honest, and she expects Marinette to be the same. The other main Kwami is Plag. He belongs to Adrian's Miraculous. Plag is the Kwami of destruction, and he resembles a black cat. His Miraculous is a ring that turns Adrian into a cat superhero with the power of Cataclysm. Plag is really different from Tiki. He can be really lazy, and he doesn't always give the best advice. He can be really pushy, and he has trouble taking things seriously. He is obsessed with cheese, especially camembert. Although he often causes some trouble, he really does care for Adrian and means well. Plag and Tiki know the identities of Ladybug and Cat Noir, but they don't tell Marinette and Adrian. It's important that the two teens do not know each other's true identities. It could put them in a lot of danger. Kwami swap confirmed. There has been a lot of speculation about Season 3 of Miraculous Ladybug. Some people think that Adrian and Marinette will finally learn each other's identities. There has been some speculation that Adrian's mother will make an appearance, but one big rumor is true. At some point, Ladybug and Cat Noir will swap Kwamis. We know that Ladybug will be called Lady Noir, and she looks fierce as a cat superhero. We don't know what Adrian will be called as a ladybug. We think Beetle would be an awesome name. So how exactly is this Kwami swap going to go down? There are so many possibilities, and we have to wait so long to find out. But we have tons of fan theories about this Kwami swap. Let's take a look at these. Then you can decide how you think the Kwami swap will happen. Fan theories. The internet is buzzing with theories about the Kwami swap. Fandom user Epic Destiny has identified 3 possible reasons that Marinette and Adrian swap Kwamis. The first idea is that their Kwamis are swapped accidentally somehow. Perhaps one of them loses their Miraculous and the other finds it. There are several questions we have about this theory.
Yeah, and I can't wait to know more, my lady detective.
First of all, why would Marinette or Adrian knowingly put on the other person's Miraculous? Also, the Kwamis don't inhabit the Miraculouses all the time. Let's say it's Adrian who loses his Miraculous. He may still have Plag with him. If Marinette put on the cat Miraculous, would Plag have to find his way to Marinette? There are a lot of plot holes with this potential theory, but it's still totally possible. Epic Destiny also suggests that maybe Marinette and Adrian swap Kwamis because their family and friends are suspicious. We know it's super important that no one knows their identity. First of all, this would make them much easier targets of Hawkmoth, who also happens to be Adrian's dad. We know Gabriel Agreste has been suspicious of their identities before. There's also the possibility that Alia figures out Ladybug's identity. She does run a whole website dedicated to figuring this out, and at some point their friends have to notice that whenever an Akuma is around, Marinette and Adrian disappear. They are never in the same place as Ladybug and Cat Noir. Surely someone will pick up on this eventually. Swapping Kwamis to protect each other's identities is a definite possibility. But would this require Marinette and Adrian to know each other's identity? Epic Destiny thinks so, but they could totally make this decision and arrange to swap Miraculouses without learning the other's identity. There are a lot of questions that need to be answered for this theory. Finally, Epic Destiny suggests that maybe Master Fu orders them to swap Kwamis. Wang Fu is the guardian of the Miraculouses. There are several reasons why he might tell Ladybug and Cat Noir to swap Kwamis. Kwamis. Maybe he thinks they are in danger of having their identities revealed, so he orders them to switch. It is his job to keep the Miraculouses safe and secret. Master Fu can also decipher some of the Miraculous spellbook. It's possible he knows something from the book that requires the heroes to switch. Or he could have some other reason entirely. We'll talk a little more about the Master Fu theory later. It's not just fandom users who are talking about the Kwami swap. The subreddit for Miraculous Ladybug has several threads about this major plot twist. Reddit user The Large Loud Man has a few theories. First, he thinks that maybe the Miraculouses are switched by Akumas. This is definitely a possibility. Hawkmoth orders all of the Akumas to try and capture the Ladybug and Cat Noir Miraculouses, but it never works out. Maybe Hawkmoth thinks that swapping Miraculouses will help reveal their identities. This user also suggests that maybe they don't just swap Kwamis, but they also swap lives. This is some reality swapping alternate universe stuff. It seems really confusing, but it's possible. After all, there was an Akuma who could manipulate time. Why can't there be one that creates alternate realities? It makes sense to us. There's also the possibility that Marinette or Adrian end up akumatized or mind-controlled. We know that the two Kwamis are complementary. If one of the two superheroes ends up unable to transform, but their power is needed, the other person might have to take on their power. This could happen by Master Fu telling either Ladybug or Cat Noir to take on the other Miraculous. Or the Kwamis could go directly to the other person and beg them to swap. We could totally see Tiki begging Adrian to use the Ladybug Miraculous to save Marinette. Tiki cares so much about her Miraculous owner, she would do anything to save her. Also, if Marinette ends up akumatized, it would be possible for Hawkmoth to find out her real identity. That's a great reason to swap Kwamis.
That's the price of success, milady. The price of stardom.
Lots of people think that the Kwami swap is related to the reveal. Marinette and Adrian have to find out each other's identities soon, and there have been hints that they will finally discover the truth. Reddit user Dragon AI Chu thinks that the Kwami swap will happen in the finale. They think it will happen right after Marinette and Adrian reveal their identities, or that they reveal their identities during the Kwami swap. Do you think Marinette and Adrian will be upset that Tiki and Plag knew the truth and didn't tell them? And what will this mean for Marinette and Adrian's love story? We hope they finally end up together. But another user named Xtroth points out that they don't have to know each other's identities to swap Kwamis. They have de-transformed in front of each other before. They just kept their eyes closed. They could also make arrangements to leave their Miraculouses somewhere that the other can pick it up, so they don't have to see each other. There might also be another reason that Marinette ends up with the Cat Miraculous. Let's think about Marinette's personality. She's not much of a risk taker. She is really shy and never acts on what she wants. She never tells Adrian how she feels. And Tiki always encourages her to not rock the boat. But Plag would be a different story. He doesn't think about consequences. He can be really pushy, and he would want to see Marinette happy. Having Plag as her Kwami would be really good for Marinette's self-esteem. She could finally take some big risks and get what she wants out of life. We would love to see Marinette and Plag interacting, and we wonder how Tiki and Adrian would get along. But not everyone thinks we'll get to see these interactions. If the Kwamis are swapped because of an Akuma, they might not get a chance to really get to know the new Kwamis. That led us to another question. How long will this Kwami swap last? Will this be a one-episode storyline, or will the Kwami swap last for several episodes? Which one would you want to see? Let us know in the comment section.
The robot doesn't eat, so he'll never experience the pure elation of tasting an exquisite camembert.
What fanfiction has to say? Love it or hate it, fanfiction is a way for superfans to entertain lots of different fan theories. There is some amazing Miraculous Ladybug fanfiction out there, and even before we knew that a Kwami swap was happening in Season 3, plenty of fic writers have explored the possibility of what would happen if the Kwamis were swapped. How About a Kwami Swap is a story on fanfiction.net. It was written in April of 2018 by Mary Chat Forever. This story is basically an alternate universe where Plag and the Cat Noir Miraculous always belonged to Marinette, and Tiki was always Adrian's Kwami. This story starts with a funny interaction between Plag and Marinette. Plag is trying to convince Marinette that she doesn't need to exercise with Alya because she gets enough exercise fighting Akumas, but Marinette can't come up with a good excuse for her bestie. Then there is a flashback to when Marinette meets Plag. Her Miraculous is still a pair of earrings, but she has the Cataclysm power. She goes by the name Chat Noir. After the first battle against Stoneheart, Plag gives her the best pep talk ever. He even tells her why he loves cheese so much. We love this interaction between their two personalities. This gives us a pretty good idea of what it would be like if Plag was Marinette's Kwami, and we are here for for it. But we know that Marinette's real Kwami is Tiki. The next story would fit more along the lines of canon. In fact, we could totally see this being what actually happens in Season 3. Lady Noir Kwami Swap is a story on fanfiction.net. It was written by Jessica Winter back in 2016. Can we just talk about the fact that this writer guessed what Marinette would be called as Cat Noir? In this story, Ladybug and Cat Noir are having trouble communicating. In order to fix this, Master Fu orders them to swap Kwamis. No one is really happy about this, but it all works out. Once they swap, Marinette gets the courage to tell Adrien how she feels about him. He still doesn't know that she is Ladybug or Lady Noir. He tries to let her down easy, but she is so upset that she ends up akumatized. She turns into Chat Blanc. This is an action-packed story that includes several of the fan theories we discussed. Master Fu ordering them to swap, one of them ending up akumatized, and the identity reveal. If the real storyline ends up anything like this fic, it is going to be epic. We still have a lot of questions about this Kwami swap in Season 3. How do you think it will happen? Let us know your theories in the comments. And that's it for the theories about the Miraculous Ladybug Kwami swap. See that big red subscribe button? In the words of Ladybug and Cat Noir, pound it.